warm welcome to join us with this edition of English News with me, Mohammed Harif Tufan. Two Taliban leaders were captured in a joint operation by Afghan and coalition forces in Lashkargah, the capital of Helmand province, on Wednesday. ISAF said one of its leader planned attacks in Kandahar province, while the second leader conducted roadside bomb and district fire attacks against coalition forces. The security forces confiscated bomb-making materials and detained multiple suspected insurgents during the operation. Meanwhile, the statement said that in Marja district of Helmand province, Afghan and coalition security forces conducted an operation in search of Taliban weapons facilitated today. Islamabad said Afghan, NATO and Pakistani commanders were holding talks Wednesday to improve border security and coordination more than 2 months after adult NATO attacks flung relation into a major crisis. It was the latest sign that Pakistan is moving to repair relation with Afghanistan and the United States, which plans an all-time blow fall after US airstrikes November 26 killed 24 Pakistani soldiers. The Pakistani army said to representative on Afghan and Pakistani arms and NATO youth-led forces in Afghanistan were meeting at a border coordination center at Torkham on Wednesday. The Netherlands has donated around $3 million for development and peace-building projects in Afghanistan. Afghan Ministry of Finance said that funding will be spent in peace and reintegration program and creation of job opportunities for those who joined the peace process. The money will be allocated for areas that have remained less developed due to insecurity. Afghan Finance Minister Hazrat Umar Zakhilwal said. Head of the High Peace Council Secretariat, Masoom Stanagzai, said he hoped that funding would be used effectively in the Afghan peace and development projects. Afghan Home Minister General Bismillah Muhammadi visited Eastern Coast Province on Monday to evaluate the security situation and to equip Afghan National Police in Coast Frontier Province. Mr. Muhammadi held a meeting with local officials and tribal elders in Coast Police headquarters to discuss the authority transition from foreign forces to Afghan police in Coast Province and to find out what problems police face with. He told to the gathering that security has been improved than ever in Coast, and his visit aimed to equip the security forces to take over security responsibility from foreign forces into the future. Yusuf Raza Gilani has failed an appeal against appearing before the Supreme Court on contempt charges on 13 February. Mr. Gilani was told earlier this month that he must appear before the court for his failure to reopen corruption cases against President. If he got convicted, he faced jail and being barred from office. The Prime Minister has refused to ask Swiss officials to reopen corruption cases against President Zardari. If his appeal is dismissed, Mr. Gilani will have to appear court to answer the contempt charges as was originally ordered. According to Pakistani security officials, at least 10 suspected militants were killed following a drone strike in northern Waziristan on Wednesday. The attacks were resumed by the United States, with the first strike, which was carried out on January 10. At least 2 missiles were fired at a house suspected of being a militant hideout in the village of Sapi. Pakistani security officials said the building was completely destroyed and 10 suspected militants were killed. Security officials and villagers said the death included foreign fighters but did not specify their nationalities. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that he has held talks with Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. He said that Bashar al-Assad is committed to end violence. It comes as the government forces have reportedly continued their attack on the city of Hamas. There are reports that opposition strongholds have been pounded by government forces. Russian Minister Lavrov has made the comments on Damascus after meeting the Syrian president on Tuesday. His comments come as dozens of people have been killed in the recent violence in the country. According to activists, more than 6,000 people have lost their lives since anti-government protests erupted 11 months ago. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching.